What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to take a look at the investment tier list. We're going to take a look at which characters you should be investing in order to be successful in Marvel Strike Force. We'll cover raids, Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible, and other characters that you should have geared up in order for you to use them in particular situations. And this is going to bring huge success to your progress in Marvel Strike Force. Everything that we are going to cover can be easily obtained free to play, but of course if you want to have an edge over the other people, the only things that you have to obtain is the battle passes, and that's pretty much it. Beyond that, you just have to pay attention to the events, make sure you follow the content creator you like the most, which should be me, of course. But either way, you don't have to do much. You just really have to focus on these characters, avoid investing on characters that are not on this list, and then put things together, pay attention to what's going on in the community, and you should be able to be very, very successful. Together with my alliance in Alliance Wars and in raids, we have been able to be top 100 constantly in these two game modes. And in terms of Cosmic Crucible, I have been between rank 50 and rank 500. So between that margin, which is Diamond 3 and Masters 3. So pretty much it shows that it's coming from experience and also from being successful so far. So if you guys want to be at the same level and follow the same path, make sure you buckle up. Okay, so that's going to be the video. Let's get started. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so taking a look at this, you can see from my account that we already have all the special characters unlocked. We have Mephisto, we have some of the Annihilators already. We already unlocked Captain Britain. We were able to test him out, which is going to give you an impression of this character if you want to decide to unlock him in the future. Other iconic characters like Black Knight, Zombie Juggernaut, Dormammu, Super Skrull, these are all characters that are important, and making sure that they are available to you as fast as possible is very, very important. Even if a team of a legendary character like Nova, for example, the Nowhere team, even if the team is not so good, having them available to you is very, very important. And usually they require a specific team to unlock them. And we try as much as possible to make sure that we are just focusing on characters that are really bringing value to your account. Okay, so with this said, let's take a look at this tier list. This is an investment tier list, so it's not like, oh, this is better than that, or it's not like that. So the way you want to look at it, of course, the character on the left is more important than the characters on the right. And usually, not always, but usually the teams on top are more important than the teams at the bottom. It's not 100% guarantee that it's going to be like this, but it tries to follow this rule. Once again, this is not raids are more important than war. That's up to you to decide. But it just has each of the sections of the game and which characters you should be focusing on. We also have characters that have been falling off of the meta, but this is something that from one month to the next, it might change, or because we are getting a rework or something like that. So you have to keep, you have to make sure that you pay attention to what's going on in the community. You can join my Discord, you'll get this content for sure there. And if there are major updates to the tier list, this investment tier list, you'll get there right away. Okay, so let's take a look at the top must-have unlock as fast as possible. We are taking a look at the mythical characters, at least the important ones. We have Odin, which is available, he will be available soon in the game with Dark Dimension 8. Within the next few weeks, he should be dropping in the game. Then we have Mephisto, we have Apocalypse, and we have a Super Skrull. Depending on which characters you pair up with them, you might get more value. Super Skrull, for example, you want to pair up heroes and villains. Apocalypse, you want to pair up horseman characters or villain mutants. Mephisto, you want to pair up pretty much whatever you want, except maybe characters that revive, because Mephisto stops revives for the allies and for the enemies. And Odin, we don't know yet, but supposedly is going to be very, very powerful. Now, beyond that, one of the most important game modes is raids. Raids is your main source of gear and T4s, so it's definitely something important that you should be focusing in. And the teams that we have right now that are major important are the Extreme X-Men, Hive Mind, the Spider Society, and we also have Alpha Flight. This is going to be for the incursion raids, but also for the Spotlight raids, which is an optional raid at the end game. I also put Moon Knight here because Moon Knight is already confirmed to be a reworked character for the new Night Stalkers raid team, which is going to be a mystic team, so keep that in mind. Just something to point here is that Cyclops right now is not really part of the raid meta, but he might be in the future with these new Orkis raids, depending on how big is the boost that the original extreme characters are going to get compared to other characters, because you can mix and match some of the characters. So for example, on Hive Mind, you can replace Venom with Peter B. Parker. With Extreme X-Men, you can replace Cyclops with Old Man Logan. So there are a few situations where you can plug other characters and have a more powerful team. Even Super Skrull you could plug and play instead of Venom to make the Hive Mind more powerful. Now, we have Pegasus and we have Bifrost. These are two teams that are really falling off. We already know, it was already announced that they are going to be replaced. Some of these characters still have some value, but at least for now, we're going to skip them. In a future tier list, we'll focus on their value outside of raids. Kestrel, this guy, Iron Man, Rescue, Battery Bill, Val, and Loki, they can definitely have value in other game modes like Cosmic Crucible and Alliance Wars. So this is something that will change in the future. Now, let's take a look at Alliance Wars. We have war characters that are future-proof, we have war characters that are falling off, and we have war characters that are defensive only. If you are a new player, if you are a mid-range player, if you are a free-to-play player, you should definitely avoid spending on war defense only characters. These characters are not very good investments for most people, so just focus on the characters that are part of the offense meta and that they have guaranteed value for the future. This is going to be your Ares, your Mercs for Money, Out of Time, Undying, very powerful team that allows out of combos. Gamma, still very powerful, it's not going anywhere. Secret Defenders, also powerful for Alliance Wars. New Avengers, which also unlock some legendary characters. Nowhere. Then we have a Photon with A-Force, and we have two characters that are not part of any team specifically that is on this list, but they are parts of the Sinister Six. So Vulture and Mysterio, they are very powerful with Sinister Six and also with Superior Six. Now, teams that have been falling off from the arena meta and probably are going to be unsafe investments for the future is going to be Wakanda, Underworld, Doctor Strange, unfortunately. Then you also have Weapon X and some of the members of the Sinister Six. These are characters that, if you invest in the past, they are still somewhat decent and playable. But once again, if you are a new player, if you are a mid-range player, these are characters that you should really be cautious on investing in them because their value is really dropping off quite fast. Like I said, war defense only should not be recommended, but the only teams that really matter is American Chavez, which you only need to have at level 75, and that's good enough. Then we have Heroes for Hire, we have Infestation, we have Hero Asgard, that might have some increased value in the future with Odin, and we also have Darkhold. Darkhold can also be used on offense, but this is a team that unfortunately is falling off quite fast. We might see some increase in value in the future, but right now they are pretty much done, and they don't get a lot of value on defense or on offense. Let's talk about the Cosmic Crucible. This is the one-on-one PvP game mode that we have right now. It's not live PvP, so it's not like super amazing. Hopefully we'll have a live PvP good game mode in the future, which is not RTA. But the teams that you should really be focusing on right now is the Illuminati. Then we have the Superior 6, which you can mix and match with the Sinister 6. Then we have the Tangled Web with Spider Weaver and 2099. We have Cabal, Masters of Evil, New Warriors, some of them, not all of them. And we also have Rogue, and then we have the Annihilators. Now, the Annihilators is a team that is part of the Arena game mode, but they really shine also in Cosmic Crucible and Alliance Wars, but specifically in Cosmic Crucible, because their mechanics allow them to get a lot of bonuses out of the recurring rules that we have for Cosmic Crucible and their specific rooms. Now, in terms of Cosmic Crucible and falling off, we have Iron Man here. In some players' hands, Iron Man might have some value, but it's not is expensive and it's not a super safe investment, so keep that in mind. Then we also have Spider Slayer, Dagger, and Ultron. It's not like these characters don't have any value. It's just that you need to be you need to know exactly what you are doing in order to squeeze value out of these characters. So this is definitely not it's not a great investment, but on the right hands they can provide some value, not a lot. Now, between the War falling off and the Crucible falling off, you can squeeze more value out of the Crucible falling off than the War falling off. So keep this in mind. Let's move on to clutch characters. Clutch characters is something that I brought up some time ago, this branding of clutch characters, which means these are characters that on specific situations, they can bring you a lot of value. We have characters, for example, with the pre-taunt. We have characters like Nick Fury that can spread the speed up and make your team faster. Similar characters like Cable, which does the same thing. Captain Sam. Then we have other characters that provide the revives to the team, or characters that remove revives from the team. We have characters that clone. We have characters that rewind the enemies. We have characters that do ability block early on and that reduce the speed of the enemies, or apply stun turn 1, for example, like Proxima Midnight. This is a tier of characters that more experienced players can really get a lot of value on them, and this is something that you slowly have to build up as a new player. Every now and then you should bring one of these characters up, because once again, on specific situations, they are going to open the doors for you for a specific counter or something like that, that will bring you huge success in Alliance Wars and in Cosmic Crucible. These characters are all PvP characters. You rarely get any value out of these characters in raids. So if you are a player that just focus on raid characters, it's unlikely that you'll need any of these characters. But once again, it's up to you to decide if you want to push value and push competition on the other game modes, or if you just focus on raids. Let's move on to the characters that are coming soon, which is Nimrod, Sentinel, and Null. Yes, it's true, these characters are coming up soon. How soon? I'm not sure. Nimrod and Sentinel should be coming within the next month or so. Null, it's a different story. Based on what we know, what's going on, maybe it's going to take like 3 or 4 months for this character to show up in the game. Maybe even longer than that. But just because we know that the character is coming, it will not justify you investing on symbiote characters. So pay attention to that. Just because there are rumors that these characters are coming up or something, only invest on characters or teams when they are 100% officially confirmed, and you should always wait 1 week so content creators like myself can test the characters from different perspectives and let you know if it's going to be worth investing in them or not. Finally, we have the dead teams. These are characters that you should, as much as possible, not invest. And right now, the 2 teams that I would really not recommend to invest is Infinity Watch and Dead Seed. Now, once again, it's not like you cannot get some value out of these characters. in Alliance Wars and in Cosmic Crucible, you can get a little bit of value, but it's a huge investment for a very little return. Once again, specifically if you are a new player and if you are a mid-range player. Beyond that, any other character that is not on this list, you should definitely avoid, and there are like over 100 characters that you should not touch at all. Once again, these are all the characters you should focus on in order for you to be successful in Marvel Strike Force. Once again, coming from someone that has its own alliance, that were able to climb to top 100 in the raid leaderboards, in the war leaderboards, and also most of our players are also very successful in Cosmic Crucible. So I hope this is the advice that helps you out on your journey. And that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. And if you like the information on this video, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. And I will catch you guys later.